everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is the comic book haul episode number 4. Excited, just got my shipment in today. I actually shot this already and I got thrown off because something in my shipment came that I was not expecting, so we'll run that through once I get to it. But as always, I do get 2 shipments. Well, not 2 shipments, but 2 methods of getting my comics. I get one through a shipment from DCBS, which provides online shipments for comic books. It's a website that you can go in and subscribe. You're supposed to order comics 2 months ahead, and you have the option to either get them on a monthly basis, a weekly basis, or every 2 weeks. So I get mine weekly, and they end up shipping typically on Wednesday, maybe Thursday in rare occasions, and I typically get them on Friday, sometimes Saturday, like if I'm super unlucky, which happened like once or twice, either Sunday or Monday. Yeah, got my shipment in this week. But let's start off with what I got from the comic book shop, because I go in Wednesday just to support. I either pick up 1 or 2 issues there, either something I missed on my order, or something random, or maybe a variant cover. This week, I ended up getting a variant cover for Batman issue number 10. I couldn't wait. I didn't want to get spoiled. I know on Twitter, the day it comes out, literally hours it comes out, people are already posting panels and giving out spoilers. So I try to read this as soon as possible just so I can be part of the conversation, but at the same time, not get spoiled, right? So I did read all the books from Wednesday, and this was one of them, and this is the Jorge Molina variant, which I do have a lot of them, so I thought this would be good for my collection. Next, I wanted to get into the What If hype. I didn't order anything on my first time around, but I ended up getting one this week, the one that resonated with me the most, because I'm a huge Cyclops fan. So I got What If the Uncanny X-Men, What If Cyclops stayed with Madeline Pryor, issue number 1, and this is a one-shot. I believe there were maybe another What If title that released this week, or maybe they're coming out on a weekly basis, but this was one of the first ones, and we'll see what it's about. I feel like with What If titles, it's really hard to hit it out of the ballpark. A lot of the times it does feel like fan fiction, and that's really what it is. And to me, unfortunately, a lot of the times it also feels like the story is built around the idea, right? Like the idea is the basis of what's to come, and you could really tell when that's the case. So we'll see what I thought of this. And trust me, I do have my thoughts. So during my review, I'll share that with you all. And then last but not least, I ended up getting Spawn, issue 376. I'm supporting this as of now. Last issue was good. I'm kind of on board to see like what's going to happen. I do like Matthew Rosenberg, and yeah, we'll see what I thought of this issue. So this is Spawn, issue number 376, the first official Matthew Rosenberg issue. Okay, now we can start off with my comic book haul. So the first title here is Mark Spector Moon Knight, issue number 1. Written by Jet McKay, art by Pramanik. This is good. This is a good title. Personally, my favorite title from Jet McKay. I know he's writing the X-Men, but I think he really lets it loose with Moon Knight. Just love the way that he writes them. Right now, this is probably, I think, either his 3rd or 4th volume of Moon Knight. This has been relaunched so many times, and people are still following it, right? So it does have its fan base, which I love, because they're keeping this title alive, and it's been fun. Personally speaking, I don't think you can jump in here if you haven't read the title. Definitely jump from the beginning. I think it really lets you digest everything that he's built, because he references a lot of his previous runs, at least in this story arc as well, because his friends are missing, his supporting cast from the last volume, they're gone, and now he has to figure out where they're at, right? So, yeah, this is Mark Spector Moon Knight, issue number 5. Okay, so this is the title that during my first time filming, it popped up, and I was like, what is this doing here? Because I swore that I read this before, and this is Dork, issue number 4. So I pulled up my little sheet with the titles and everything, and it looks like it's in the order, so I might have ordered an extra copy, or like, I don't know what happened, or maybe they're just giving it away, I don't know, but I did have this title previously, and I think we read it, like, this was like maybe 2 weeks ago that it came out, and maybe it was damaged, I don't know, but I got an extra copy of it. I won't complain. It's another Scotty Young variant, which I did order initially, so it makes me believe that this might be like a replacement that they had in the system, which, cool, I appreciate it, but yeah, we'll definitely dig into it. I hope I didn't order it twice, but my second copy of Dork, this is like a previous May issue. Okay, now let's get into the comic book haul. I haven't looked at these comics yet. Next is Cyclops issue number 5. as I stated like a couple minutes ago, I'm a huge Cyclops fan, and I'm sad that the series is ending. It really got going like after issue 2 and 3, and it showed why he deserves to lead a title. Right? I get it. He's leading the X-Men, and we get our fill of him every single month, but. It's good to have him in like a solo basis because you really get to know who he is as a character. Besides him being a leader and stuff, you really get into his head, and he's the type of person that I think more so in the last decade he's been pushed to the limit, and he's doing things that initially during his creation he would have never done. Like his time, all the things he's lost, really has sharpened him to become kind of the type of person that if it really comes to it, he would kill. So yeah, I like the little ruthlessness that we get from him. It's showing a different side of him that people think that, he's like a Boy Scout like Captain America. No, it's showing that he's resourceful. So super good series. And if you guys haven't read this, at this point, pick it up and trade when it comes out soon, maybe within the next 2 to 3 months. But yeah, really good series. And this is written by Packnadel, and Roge Antonio does the art. I think it's Alex Packnadel. Okay, cool. Next title, and that is Batgirl issue number 20. This is a new story arc that we're starting. I'm not sure if it's gonna follow her still being part of the ninjas and stuff and that whole thing that we saw in the previous story arc, or if this is strictly gonna be new, her in Gotham trying to figure out something, which I would lean towards. I hope she's more in Gotham and we're done with her origins and all of that. Like, I really want her to get going. So hopefully that's the beginning of that run. If not, I might have to consider dropping this, but we'll give this a shot. At least it's the start of a new story arc, so we'll kind of get to know what they're planning, right? So excited. Always love the covers here. I think David Talaski does the covers, and he's been killing it every single month. But yeah, this is written by Tate Bromble with art by Steven Segovia. And that's Batgirl issue number 20. Next is Poison Ivy issue number 45, a title that really has established themselves as like almost flagship at that level. It's really going to be tested within the next couple of months because it's going to be part of that Bad Seats event. I'm excited to see where this is going. It seems like it's kind of like her downfall because she was up here, at least when she got elected, and now with everything that's been going on in her life, we're seeing her descend into chaos, which is interesting, because the series established her as kind of like this anti-hero, but even her supporting cast members are starting to doubt her and think that maybe she's becoming quote-unquote a bad seed. So we'll see what's happening here. I do love this book. I do wish we had kind of like a set artist in stone. We kind of get a different artist each month. This is a different artist, so it's not Marcio Takara. It's not Steven Segovia too, who I feel like did a couple of issues. It says Fernandez. I forgot their first name, but we'll see what type of art they give here. And this is written by G. Willow Wilson. So that's Poison Ivy, issue number 45. Next, and I love these covers. I'm so excited they're out. This is Iron Man issue number 5, I believe. It doesn't have the numbering on the cover, but I had to get this. I'm a huge soccer fan, and Marvel this month are doing soccer variants, and this is one of them, and I think it's so cool. This is written by Joshua Williamson with art by, I think, Carmen Carnero, or at least I hope. This is the team-up issue with Spider-Man. Obviously, you wouldn't know based on the variant cover, but I'm excited for this. It'll be nice to see what boys Joshua Williamson has for Spider-Man, because I don't think I've ever seen him write him. So this is Iron Man issue number 5, I would say. It's Iron Man issue number 6. All right. Next, a new series, a new number 1 this week, and that's Supergirl Survive issue number 1. I had to get this awesome, what's his name? Like Torrin Clark. I'm so sorry. My name slipped my mind, or his name slipped my mind. But I had to get this awesome Torrin Clark variant. I love his art style. It feels very kind of like Jamal Campbell's. I love the detail to it. He mainly does covers. I don't know if he's ever done interiors, but yeah, I have to get every single cover he does. He does both Marvel and DC work, but I think he shines with emotion. And this one really encapsulates what's gonna happen in this series. But apparently, the synopsis of this is that Kara and Kal, they're the survivors of their planet, and she's kind of in charge of him and kind of gonna be the person that like takes care of him, and as he grows up, she's gonna grow up as well. So we'll see that dynamic that we haven't gotten in the main universe, because as you know, he was taken care by Ma and Pa Kent, and she had her own different upbringing as well. So this is an interesting twist for sure. It's definitely gonna put Kara as like the main character, because Clark is a baby, right? So yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see how this goes. It's a mini series. The reason why it's coming out is because Supergirl is coming out this month, so they need series out there to kind of bring up the hype. So hopefully it's good. That's the only thing I'm looking for, because I'm not reading the main Supergirl title. So I at least want to have some sort of Supergirl taste, I guess, before the movie. So yeah, excited for this, and that's Supergirl Survive issue number 1. I think it might be 6 issues, but I might be wrong. It might be 3. Okay, next is The Amazing Spider-Man issue number... They're really throwing me off with these. Issue number 30. So I got another one of those soccer variants, so you can't really see the issue or who writes it, but this is written by... It's not Gemma K. That's the first thing that's popping up. I'm going to have to open the book. It's so easy when they have it on the cover. Joe Kelly with guest artist Pete Woods. This is still doing that sports storyline, but I do really, really love Pete Woods' art. I do wish he could hop in as like a reoccurring artist, because he's so vibrant and he's so good. Especially last issue, I thought the art on this Amazing Spider-Man had never looked any better. I mean, unless we have Pepe Larraz, he does a really good job. But Pete Woods, I did not realize this, because he was doing Titans for quite a while, and I could not appreciate it at that time, but now I'm like, dang, I really wish I could like get back into those issues, and I might have to crack open my back issue boxes and read those again, because this art is that good. But regardless, we're getting Sport this issue. It's been fun. It's a filler story arc, because we're getting to that road to 1,000, but slowly we're getting crumbs of like what's the big mystery there. So hopefully we get more crumbs here, and that's Amazing Spider-Man issue number 30. I do think I also had this issue before. I feel like this might be another replacement. I did not see an email or anything, but this does not look new to me, or is it? Maybe it is. Okay, I'm getting confused, because I feel like this storyline has been going on for so long. Now me low-key reading it. Yeah, I think I had this issue before. Oh, I'm gonna have to read this. I don't know why this looks similar. I don't know if this is a new release. It probably is a new release, and I'm getting confused because Dork kind of threw me off. But this is the Uncanny X-Men issue number 29. So I guess this got released this week. I was going through the pages, and it looks like a story that I have seen already, but I do think this came out this week. But regardless, it still deals with that storyline where the outliers are displaced, and the X-Men have this like fake version of the New Mutants. So they're both being distracted. We're trying to see what's going on with that. And then Monet got freed from her prison, so she's returning, and we'll see what's up with her. But I think this might be a new issue this week. I wasn't tracking it. I wasn't expecting it to come out, but excited. I love this cover, and I think this is by Herman Peralta, who does a great job. So cool looking cover there. Next is Wade Wilson Deadpool issue number... These soccer variants are really just throwing me off. This is issue number 5, another soccer variant. This one's funny. He's fighting over a red card, which is so Deadpool. But yeah, this series has been good. It's written by Benjamin Percy with art by Jeff Shaw. Jeff Shaw, he's like levels high, and I really do appreciate his art. I think it brings a big feel book to Deadpool, because he's one of Marvel's best sellers. So I do think that they need a artist the level of Jeff Shaw to really make this shine, and Benjamin Percy has been making him compelling, because we don't get the slapstick humor we always get. It feels more serious in tone. He still does have personality here and there, but it doesn't feel overdone like in previous volumes. So I've been enjoying this, and this is Wade Wilson Deadpool issue number 5. Last couple of issues, guys. Next is Batman, another copy. This is the main cover, which I thought was dope, which I had to get. So cool. And Jorge Jimenez is back on art, everybody. So if you're a Jorge Jimenez fan, he's definitely back. It definitely has been missed. Obviously, we had Ryan Sook, and Ryan Sook is another A-lister, but Jorge Jimenez and Batman, that just feels like something we have to have each month. Next is a new number 1 for DC, and this is The Dead Man, issue number 1. I'm sure this is a miniseries. I don't think it was advertised as an ongoing. So the creative team from Ice Cream Man, W. Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo, they're teaming back up and they're giving us their take on Dead Man, which should be interesting. I'm not familiar with the character at all, so I'm curious to see how they make him compelling to me. I know their like, I guess, writing style and their art style because of Ice Cream Man, but I don't think they can bring that feel here, because Ice Cream Man is a very bleak book. Like, that's dark. So I think we'll see more of their comedic chops in this book, and I think it'll be more towards the comedic route, but we'll see. I'm excited regardless, and I hope this hits it out of the park, because all the DC Next Level books have been good so far. And that's The Dead Man, issue number 1. Next is Fantastic Four, issue number, the Roman numerals, I think it's 12, issue number 12. And let me check with my list. Yeah, issue number 12. So we get another one-shot. This time it's going to focus on a story that deals with the Human Torch teaming up with Mr. Fantastic. So that should be an interesting team-up. Maybe they're displaced in time. It looks like they're like at the Roman Empire, maybe. Caesar era, it looks like, but we'll see. It's been fun. I do miss Humberto Ramos on the art. That's the first thing I noticed. It looks like Pat Boutin, who did the previous issue, is back on art, and I was not a fan. So hopefully we're able to get a more compelling story this time around as well, because last issue I felt like it felt very filler. So hopefully this doesn't feel very filler as well, and that's Fantastic Four, issue number 12. But the cover's cool. I like the cover. Our absolute book for the week. So it's Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 15. Excited to see where this is going. It looks like Joe is gonna meet Sinestro in this book. It's been fun to learn about the whole Green Lantern side of things. I do miss when it was more grounded, because that's like my favorite type of Green Lantern stories, when we deal more with Earth and space. Obviously, I'm at the minority because they're like space rangers, right? They should be in space, but I like the humanity of them, and that's what attracts me to them. The humanity has been kind of missing the last couple of issues. I do like it regardless. It's fun. I am getting the second volume trade soon, so I hope to reread this again, because with Green Lantern mythology, you really have to like understand it. You know, you can't act like you know. You really have to get into it, and it looks like Al Ewing is trying to build something, so I have to pay attention and reread some things, and that's the book that this seems to be. So we'll see. I've been enjoying it. Art is good. We haven't had like John Lindsay, I think that's his name, John Lindsay, who's the cover artist here. He hasn't done interiors in quite a while. We do have a different artist here. I think his name is Sid Koshin. He's done interior on previous issues before, but I do miss John Lindsay's art because he took it to the next level. As you can see in the cover, he has this distinct art style. It feels kind of anime-ish, but I like it. He's missed. But regardless, hope this issue is good. And that's Green Lantern, or Absolute Green Lantern, issue number 15. Last but not least, we have Rook Exodus, issue number 10. Excited for this issue. We rarely get Rook Exodus issues as it is. I do not remember what happened, so hopefully there is like a flashback or maybe like a one-page recap as to what's going on. But I do remember this warden, the Deer Warden. He's kind of ruthless. I think he's killing people. So I'll get situated again with this series, but it's fun. Love the art. I think with all the Jeff Johns books from Image, the art is the main selling point. No offense to Jeff Johns. He's a good writer as well, but the art is really what brings this book together and all his other books, because it's doing majority of the world building, and I feel like I know the world. Specifically here, Jason Fabok just does an incredible job building the atmosphere, everything about it. So excited to see him and this book again. Hopefully we do get a more consistent basis for the releases, but it looks like this is the end of a story arc, so I think it might take a break. So we'll see, but excited nonetheless to read this book. So that was my haul this week. Let me know what you guys picked up. Let me know what your pick of the week was. I'm excited to get into this pile. Hopefully I should get my review up by Sunday, the latest. I think earliest maybe tonight, or maybe Saturday morning. But thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.